Wow. What floor were you guys on?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 2010s SNL cast members. Where are they now?
So in conclusion...
For this list, we'll be looking at SNL players who, even if they joined the decade prior, made an impact on the show in the 2010s, and what they've been doing since they left Studio 8H. Which SNL cast member defines the 2010s for you? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Jay Pharoah. Pharoah joined the show in 2010 and delighted us with numerous hilarious sketches until he left in 2016.
First of all, look at his face. Man looks nothing like me. Looks like a damn teddygram, that's what he looks like.
However, his arsenal of impressions, which memorably included Barack Obama, Shaquille O'Neal, Ben Carson, and more, is where he truly shined. In fact, his talent for impersonation supposedly helped him score the gig on SNL.
Two most beautiful women in the world in one room. My wife Beyonce and my little baby Gail.
Anyway, since parting ways with the comedy sketch show, Pharoah starred in a short-lived series called White Famous, followed by the YouTube premium series Champagne Ill, which only lasted one season. He's also worked in films like Bad Hair, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and Spinning Gold. Needless to say, he's been keeping busy.
Fair, everyone. The weekend update on College Joe's.
Number 9, Taran Killam. Those who grew up watching Nickelodeon in the early mid-2000s already knew about Killam's knack for comedy. However, thanks to characters like Jebediah Atkinson, impressions of Brad Pitt,
well, we've had a rough start to winter, and nothing makes travel worse than bad weather.
and numerous musical sketches, we truly became Killam stans during his SNL stint between 2010 and 2016. Who could ever forget Mokiki?
Mokiki does the sloppy swish. Look at him move!
Soon after leaving the show, Killam made his directorial debut in the 2017 mockumentary Killing Gunther. Then in 2018, he was cast in the principal role on ABC's sitcom Single Parents. In 2017, he also made his Broadway debut as King George III in Hamilton. He's definitely not been throwing away his shot since leaving SNL. Yes, wrong character, we know, but just go with it.
This is what I do!
Number 8, Vanessa Bayer. What do Miley Cyrus, Jennifer Aniston, the Totino's housewife, and Jacob the Bar Mitzvah boy all have in common? They were all played by Vanessa Bayer during her 7-year stint on SNL, which earned her an Emmy nomination in 2017.
Shabbat is the traditional day of rest, lasting from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. I mean, I've heard of recess, but this is ridiculous.
Bayer's comedic versatility has served her well since leaving the show, with notable appearances as Killam's ex-wife on Single Parents and recurring roles on the Will and Grace revival and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'm the king of New York! I'm driving! Woo!
She also co-created, co-executive produced, and starred in the loosely autobiographical Showtime comedy I Love That for You. In 2019, she published a children's book which was also inspired by her childhood illness called How Do You Care for a Very Sick Bear?
Games are fun. Snacks are fun too. I love snacks.
Number 7, Aidy Bryant. Since joining SNL in 2012, Bryant's often had her hand in many pots, including guest appearances in shows like Broad City, Girls, and the leading role in the animated series Danger and Eggs.
Give me a D! All right! Give me another D! What does that spell?
However, things got even busier when she was cast as the star of Hulu's Shrill, where she later also became a co-writer and co-executive producer. Bryant shared that she was working 22-hour days to balance the Hulu comedy and working at SNL.
But unfortunately, we're running out of time. Boo!
Apparently, she planned on leaving after season 45, but decided to stick around for one last normal year following the COVID-19 pandemic. Bryant's recently signed on with Universal Television and also currently voices Emmy Fairfax on the Big Mouth spinoff Human Resources.
Thanks, Sonia. And if Dante asks...
Trust me, he won't.
I know. I do know that.
Number 6, Kristen Wiig. We know what you're thinking. Kristen Wiig joined the show in 2005, but she made a lasting impression on each and every episode until her exit in 2012.
You've meant quite a lot to us over this past 7 years.
She got held back.
Wig has more memorable characters, impersonations, and skits than we can possibly count.
I almost hit a horse once with my smart car. I ended up driving right under it. It left a brown racing stripe on the hood. I loved it.
But what hasn't she done since leaving Studio 8H? Shortly before her departure, she starred in Bridesmaids and has voiced characters for the Despicable Me and How to Train Your Dragon franchises. She also starred in 2016's Ghostbusters and showed off her evil side in Wonder Woman 1984.
Nobody hurts her.
They couldn't if they tried. The list goes on and on. We also have to mention Bill Hader.
This place has everything. Geeks, Sherpas, a Jamaican nurse wearing a shower cap, room after room of broken mirrors.
Since SNL, his career has everything: drama, comedy, big screens, small screens, and behind the scenes.
You think acting could be your purpose?
I don't know.
Number 5, Leslie Jones. There's no denying that a gaping Leslie Jones-shaped hole was left behind when she opted not to return for the show's 45th season, premiering in 2019.
I need to separate business from personal.
Although she had quite the run, which earned her an Emmy nomination in 2018 and a place on Time's 100 Most Influential People in the World list in 2017. Since leaving the show, she's appeared in several movies, including the Ghostbusters reboot, Coming to America, Trainwreck, Masterminds, and more. She also released a Netflix stand-up special called Leslie Jones' Time Machine.
Any 20-year-olds in the house? Any 20-year-olds? 20-year-olds? Listless bastards.
In 2020, she also took on hosting duties on the Supermarket Sweep revival. Jones hasn't looked back since leaving Studio 8H, and we can certainly see why.
When some man call you a crazy bitch, you own it.
Number 4, Bobby Moynihan. If you watched SNL between 2008 and 2017, you're probably a fan of Drunk Uncle, secondhand reporter Anthony Crispino, David S. Pumpkin's Dancing Skeleton, and the man who brought them all to life, Bobby Moynihan.
Guy, I'm excited for these recipes. Are you ready?
I was born crazy!
After SNL, the comedian delved into both film and television, including The Secret Life of Pets and its sequel, Killing Gunther, We Bare Bears, and Me, Myself, and I. He's also made a plethora of guest appearances on shows such as Bob's Burgers, RuPaul's Drag Race, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
You females have it so easy.
Squeeze me?
Oh, please.
Most recently, he starred in Tina Fey and Robert Carlock's sitcom Mr. Mayor, although it was canceled in 2022 after 2 seasons. Still, we can't wait to see what he does next.
You're lighting the filth, that's a wrong ad.
What? A wrong ad of what? Oh. Sorry, college boy.
Number 3, Cecily Strong. After 11 seasons on the show, it's hard to imagine SNL without the girl you wish you hadn't started a conversation with at a party, Kathy Ann, Janine Pirro, and frankly, anyone played by Cecily Strong.
I just want to take this opportunity to say hi to my super fans out there.
Yet she surprised us by announcing that the 2022 Christmas episode would be her last. Strong was already pretty busy before her departure, appearing in the 2017 comedy flick The Female Brain, voicing a character on the 2020 adult animated series Lofi, and starring in the all-singin', all-dancin' Schmigadoon.
When it comes to love and romance, I've never left a thing to chance.
And with the latter renewed for a second season and a role in the 2024 Garfield movie, we can't wait to see Cecily back on our screens soon.
Wait, give me like 40 more minutes.
Number 2, Pete Davidson. 2022 was a big year for cast exits on SNL. However, this one wasn't surprising, given Davidson's rapid rise to fame.
I was fired.
Hang on, no, Pete, you weren't fired.
I wasn't? How's that even possible?
The comedian joined the cast in 2014, entertaining us with self-deprecating humor, Eminem parodies, and of course, his recurring character, Chad.
Do you want to play a game?
Oh, no, thanks.
He soon became busy outside of the show too, with projects like The King of Staten Island, which he also co-wrote, Big Time Adolescence, and Meet Cute.
I'm from the future.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused.
He's also no stranger to TV guest spots and can be spotted in shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Rookie. The actor/comedian is slated to star in Bupkis, an action comedy series described as a heightened, fictionalized, semi-autobiographical retelling of Davidson's life.
So thank you guys.
Pete Davidson, everyone.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Beck Bennett. Bennett moved to LA to be with his wife and focus on new opportunities.
I just suggested the military overthrow the government. And look, if that's not democracy, I don't know what is.
Kyle Mooney. From comedies to dramedies to YouTube content, Mooney stands Watch This Space.
I love this, bro. People are finally starting to take me seriously.
Melissa Villaseñor. The master impressionist is taking a showbiz hiatus to focus on her well-being.
Melissa, are you dressed up as Lady Gaga?
What? No, I just wore this for all my Melissa monsters out there.
Alex Moffat. In 2022, the actor and comedian signed with Mosaic Management.
Now, if you're at a Friendsgive and in charge of the Turk, don't be a jerk. Here's how to make it twerk.
Chris Redd. Spinning Gold, Bust Down, and the HBO Max special, Why Am I Like This?
This might be a dumb question to ask you, but are we sure blimps are real?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kate McKinnon. SNL without Kate McKinnon? Say it isn't so.
It's a pleasure to be alive.
After a decade of cracking us up with countless weird and wonderful characters and hysterical impressions, McKinnon bid farewell to Studio 8H in 2022.
Well, I can read the room. It's me, right?
Fans might have suspected this would be the case, since she notably missed several episodes at the start of the 47th series. This was because she was off filming Peacock's miniseries Joe vs. Carol, in which she played Carol Baskin. McKinnon's accumulated her fair share of movie credits over the years, including The Spy Who Dumped Me, Yesterday, and Bombshell, and will appear in the 2023 Barbie flick. Like everyone on this list, we'll miss seeing her on SNL, but we can't wait to follow her and everyone else's career. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.